Quickly, I want to show off the pre-orders. There'll be on my screen because obviously in post I'll have Noel send me the link to the thing he's reading and I'll just put it on screen. The trailer will either be playing like on repeat or there'll be Battlefield 4 gameplay. I did record like 2 games before the reveal, so I guess there's my gameplay. So the standard edition, they don't really. So the standard edition, when you pre-order, you get the Baku ACB 90 Epic Melee Takedown Knife. You get Mr. Chompy Epic Weapon Charm, which is basically the dinosaur from Battlefield 3's campaign. And what were we talking about in the video I made on the bow? I was talking about player cards, and guess what? Landfall, player card background, and old guard tag. So player cards are coming, and that's pre-orders for any edition. So the standard edition gives you early access to the open beta and the stuff I just listed. The gold edition, which comes out October 15th, which I really want the ultimate edition, but we'll get into that in a minute. Early access to game launch, early access to open beta, the knife, the charm, the player card, year 1 pass, and cross-gen beta.
DICE promises at least 3 multiplayer experiences for Battlefield 2042. The first is called All Out Warfare. So this is classic Battlefield gameplay, only amplified, higher player counts. And there's going to be 2 game types for All Out Warfare. There's the first one, which is Conquest, which we know what Conquest is. And then there's Breakthrough, which is a more guided mode in which one team attacks while another defends. Players fight to capture points on the map, and DICE promises lots of action and chaotic battlefield moments. The second experience is called Hazard Zone, which Battlefield 2042 design director Daniel Berlin described as focusing on tight squad play. That's distinctly different from All Out Warfare and completely new for Battlefield.
It's kind of like a mini battle royale.
It says here, Berlin and others at DICE stressed that Hazard is not a battle royale mode.
Okay.
Yeah, you said that, and I literally looked at the next sentence. It's like they're like, it's not battle royale. I swear.
Yeah, they're like, if you fucking say that word, I swear to God,
we don't use that word around.
We don't use that language. Firestorm was a buggy mess. Don't use that word. That triggers us. Hazard Zone sounds pretty cool though.
Yeah,
I think that's something me and you would get into a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the third is to be announced, a multiplayer experience, which is currently in development at DICE LA.
Okay, that's battle royale.
Probably, yeah. That one's the battle royale.
Yeah, 100%.
EA did not announce specifics, but calls the third mode, quote, a love letter to Battlefield fans and one that longtime players will feel right at home with. Oh.
So.
Then not battle royale.
What? I can't think of any mode that we've been wanting for a long time that's never returned.
Other than, like, the classic is Conquest.
I don't know Conquest, Rush. That's about it. Domination? Because I really love Domination. And they got rid of that in Battlefield 5.
I don't know if that's a love letter.
Yeah, that's definitely not. I wonder. Okay. So, hear me out. What I think is going to happen is we have All Out Warfare, which is Conquest and Breakthrough. So this is basically Grand Operations.
Mm-hmm.
The love letter is probably a more, and then with All Out War that has like all the new futuristic and stuff. I wonder if they realize some players might not like that and they want a more tactical Battlefield 4 experience. And what this new mode is it's going to dumb down all of this futuristic stuff. And it's just going to be a nice milsim tactical shooter. That's part of Battlefield 6. Or 2042, excuse me. Like, it's the same game, but they're just going to turn off certain futuristic assets. So it's a love letter to the community because it's going to be exactly like BF4, but just, 2042. That's a tinfoil hat theory.
That's yeah.
But on their main page, it says redacted. Tune into EA Play Live on July 22nd and watch the reveal of this love letter to the Battlefield fans and longtime players, developed by DICE LA.
Yep. So we're just gonna have to wait for EA Play to see what this third experience is going to be. Um. Anyways,
Retreat lit.
let's
Okay.
see. I'm gonna skip the map thing there. Tornadoes, sandstorms, and other real-time events will add chaos to the maps. A tornado might sweep up soldiers, tanks, and planes, throwing players across the map or letting them
Jesus
hijack
Christ.
another player's ride
What the?
in midair and fly away to safety. Yo, what?
Yo, the only in
Yo,
Battlefield moments are gonna be lit.
I'm going to steal your tuk-tuk, bitch.
Yeah, that was a tuk tuk.
Yeah.
Wait, those things are in Korea? I thought they were only in like
I don't fucking
the
know, dude.
Philippines and some shit.
I don't know, bro.
I do have their FQA open on their website.
All right. It says here, Nicole Lee, senior game designer, said that weather events will be unpredictable. Players won't be able to set their watches to when a twister may appear,
Oh,
nor will
shit.
every map have a cataclysmic event. The size of Battlefield 2042's maps have changed how the developers approach its level design, Berlin said. Players will fight over sectors of the larger map, and they'll be clustered into focused, objective based portions of those sectors to assume control. Maps are also changing with vehicles and sniping in mind. Players will be able to call in vehicles from an in game tablet, summoning tanks, planes, ATVs, and helicopters in seconds. Vehicles will have multiple seats, offering roles for drivers, spotters, gunners, and other positions. Every seat has a vital role to play. DICE said, and the more players who occupy a vehicle, the more proficient it becomes. DICE teased a vehicle that has the ability to drop mines, which certainly sounds like fun. Ooh, okay. As for
Ooh.
snipers, who might dominate on 2042's very large maps, DICE has a solution. You can call in a vehicle to deal with them directly, meaning you can spawn a vehicle to land on a far off sniper, crushing them.
Oh my
Bro,
god. Wait,
yeah.
does that mean the commander mode is back?
No, I no. So like you, I guess it's
Like
just like
integrated into yourself?
um, I don't know if no, because it's not like really a commander mode. It's like if you were just spawning something in, you just like I guess you can like on the tablet you can specify like which spot
Oh,
you want it to
okay.
fall,
Okay. So
and you
okay.
can like, oh, there's a sniper on that fucking skyscraper over there.
Fuck this
Fuck
guy.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy, and you just spawn a tank on his ass.
Okay, so I wonder. Okay, so I wonder if everyone like you know how we have now in every battlefield to where like you go to a spawn menu, you're looking at the map, the objectives, and most people would just click on the icon and spam to spawn in a vehicle. I wonder if we all spawn in by default, and then like while we're
And then
playing the
choose the
game,
vehicle.
yeah, while we're
Yeah,
playing a game or like before the game, your character has a tablet out and you can pick where you want to spawn.
yeah.
And then while you're fighting, you're like, okay, I feel like grinding, my Abrams or something. I don't think it's actually called the Abrams. And then your character whips out his tablet because, like, what in the screenshots and in the trailer, you can see the phone on the plate carrier. So your person will probably like pull down the phone on your plate carrier because it's on the chest, and you'll sit there and tap on your phone or tablet where you want to spawn in your vehicle. You run to that location and then you grab it.
It's like Titanfall.
Exactly, like you're
You
calling in your
do.
fucking Titan.
Oh my god.
Oh, I bet you that's what it is, because the amount of kills or points you get, it unlocks like it's kind of like your specialist ability in like Call of Duty or something.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then it's like pick an area where you want to spawn, and then spawning in Abrams or spawning in T-14 Armada.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking cool.
Oh,
I could see how it'd be a little bit annoying though. I can 100% see that.
yeah.
Because like if they don't limit it, it's just gonna be people spawning in vehicles constantly.
No, 100%. There's a limit to how many vehicles can be
Yeah.
in spawned in at a time.
This game just sounds like a love letter in general to the Battlefield
Yeah.
community.
Yeah, because like, okay, like like you've always like complained about like campers and shit on
Yeah.
Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
And you're like fucking like I don't know, like you said like oh have a certain time where like if they're sitting still for that long, like kill them or something.
Yeah.
That DICE literally thought like okay, how do we deal with campers? Drop a tank on them.
But
That's basically what they said.
the thing is most campers are sitting in a building in a corner. So how do you deal with that other than throwing like a million explosives at them? Because
Yeah, I mean, at that point, yeah, because you just throw
yeah,
explosives at them.
we haven't seen though if the rumor saying that you could level entire cities is true. That could be true with like the Twister and stuff because like you're playing Soul, a Twister comes in, maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah.
building is like completely gone, which doesn't really make sense IRL because I don't think a Twister could actually hit like a giant fucking city, especially
Well,
Soul. But with
well, I mean,
yeah,
remember this
yeah, the
is
Geostorm
something.
crap.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that's a thing, even though that was in literally the teasers. I don't know if I'm gonna put that in the trailer reaction if I'm honest, because then that will be really long.
Anyways, I'm gonna continue because there's a lot of info.
Yeah, I have a lot of
Okay,
info to talk about too.
So how players interact and customize their own weapons is changing too. As players move through levels, from open fields to interiors and skyscrapers, they'll be able to quickly customize their hardware on the fly.
Ooh, let's go!
DICE's new Plus system will let soldiers
what?
quickly change out. It's called the Plus system. Will let soldiers quickly change out scopes, barrels,
Oh,
ammunition types, and underbarrel
oh,
attachments
we're getting
in the field.
ammunition types.
Yes.
So we're getting conversion kits like Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And you can change it right on the field.
That's
Oh,
okay. That
shit.
sounds okay. So picture
That's
this.
cool.
Picture this, guys. So you're running like a if they have a gunsmith system like Modern Warfare. So let's say let's just use Modern Warfare for an example. So if I'm playing Ground War and I'm using like an assault rifle, but I turn it into like a CBR, not a CBR, an SBR, which is like a short barreled rifle, and then like I go up to a building and I want to snipe someone, but I don't want to like take too long. In game, in real time, I could literally just change the barrel length and put a fucking 8-time scope on it, and then snipe someone across the map.
Or if you're just like if you had like say a 4 times ACOG or something, and you're running into like a very close quarters interior building, you can quickly just change to like a red
Yeah,
sight or a
you
cobra
could
or something.
you could put like a fucking red dot on it, and then shorten the barrel so you have like I don't know how the attachments
my
are gonna work.
God.
This sounds so badass.
Oh fuck, that's awesome. Dude, that's so cool. Okay. Then Battlefield 2042 will send players into battle as specialists, the game's version of classes.
Okay.
DICE promises 10 classes at launch
Jesus
with more
Christ.
to come in seasonal releases. So they're going to be doing seasons, kind of like Warzone.
Okay, yeah.
Or
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I like the specialist thing, because as long as they don't have like ridiculous abilities or specialist abilities at all, because I really don't want them to have that, because I think DICE might do some wonky shit with that. I really wish, like, I hope in some point, like, the assault support engineer and recon returns. They probably will. That'll probably be like the default 5 or something. It does sound cool, so continue.
Well, let's see. So we have 4 characters here that have been detailed. So first we have Casper. He's a recon class specialist who can provide intel and disrupt his enemies using a recon drone gadget that spots targets and shoots EMP darts. His movement sensor trait helps Casper be aware of his surroundings, showing nearby enemies on HUD, which DICE says is, quote, fantastic while sniping. Then there's Webster McKay, which is an assault type specialist, who is a frontline fighter, DICE said. He's mobile thanks to a grapple gun gadget that aids in positioning and the nimble trait that lets him move faster while aiming.
Okay.
Then there's Maria Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
I was gonna say, I hope the grapple hook's not like Black Ops 4, to where you just shoot it and then it zips you across.
Yeah.
It better be like realistic as fuck. Like I better have to like I want like it's gonna piss people off, but when I activate it, I want to sit still, set it up, and then shoot it. I don't want to be like doing a full sprint, stop, shoot it, and then I'm on the roof. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Then there's Maria Falk, who is a support class specialist and is a proficient healer. Her combat surgeon trait can revive teammates back to full health, compared to a portion of health from other specialists. And then there's Boris, who is an engineer who uses tech to lock down areas and boost positions. His Sentry Turret gadget offers extra firepower, and his Sentry Operator trait boosts that Sentry system, acquiring targets faster.
Okay.
Those are the four characters that we have, four classes that we have listed out. They promised 10 at launch.
Hmm. I think
Interesting take on it.
I honestly think the like assault, support, engineer, and recon are like staying, but under that is where the specialists come into play
Yeah.
instead of like, and then obviously you still have your loadouts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the four classes are there: recon, assault, support, and engineer. They are there, but each specialist is just like a subsection of each class, and they
Yeah.
have their own little different trait that helps them with something. Interesting, interesting. I'd like to see how that actually plays out.
Same
Um,
here.
It says players will get access to new specialists, new weapons, new locations, and new cosmetics in Battlefield 2042's Battle Pass. DICE will offer one for each season of content, both in free and premium cosmetics focused tiers.
Okay.
The developer already has 4 seasons planned out.
Damn. Okay. Makes
So
sense.
yeah, so it seems like this is the way the industry is moving.
Thank
We're
God.
gonna be going. We're moving into um, the battle pass area, which that was you taking the lights from off. I was like, what?
No, I had stopped sharing my screen.
Yeah. Anyways, so Battlefield fans will get a taste of game's massive multiplayer during a technical test in July, which will be invite only.
Damn it.
I don't know how you can get an invite.
All right,
But
Dice, yo, invite us, please.
We'll start investigating on that. And DICE promises more pre-release hands-on opportunities
Ooh,
with Battlefield 2042 later in the year,
pre-alpha.
including an open beta for the game's Hazard Zone mode.
Oh,
Players who pre-order will get early access to that open beta.
all right, we
DICE
need a
said.
pre-order.
Yep. And let's see. Okay, so to the details on the maps. Um, So the first one, that one that looks like Damage Van Peak,
Yeah,
that one is called Breakaway.
breakaway. Okay.
Has a surface area of 5.9 square miles. It's the biggest map in Battlefield history.
Oh,
The biggest map ever. Epitomizing DICE's commitment to bringing back the large-scale sandbox warfare that fans know and love. Breakaway is set in Antarctica, and thus offers plenty of topographical diversity.
ooh, there's
to match his joke.
screenshots. So
Someone said-
their official website has a lot more to look at for the maps.
Oh yeah.
So let me go over Breakaway real quick. So it says Breakaway. Queen Maud Land or Annika. I butchered the fuck out of that. Tread carefully on this dynamic map where oil extraction has turned the freezing area to a strategic hotspot, of course, because Americans love oil. Take advantage of destructible fuel tanks and silos that create debris fields and permanent fires when destroyed. And then there's full res screenshots. Oh my god.
And then to quote Berlin, he says one of my personal favorite areas on this map is the outlook. It's the perfect wingsuit launch position. It brings me back to that moment on Damavan Peak from Battlefield 3. You jump off a massive mountain and dive towards the industrial buildings below. Quite simply, in terms of gameplay opportunities and pure landmass, this is the biggest and most sandbox-enabling battlefield that we have ever built.
Let's go. That sounds cool.
Yeah. Then that map that's in Seoul is called Kaleidoscope.
I was literally about to click it.
Yep. So Kaleidoscope is the smallest map in 2042, but that doesn't mean it won't offer the cinematic scope and scale that it's known for.
Holy shit.
An urban cityscape in South Korea, Kaleidoscope is bright and beautiful. It really is beautiful. With an emphasis on vertical warfare. Berlin explains that it is in this usually peaceful city where forces clash to control a quantum-powered disinformation hub
What
after
the
an
fuck?
attack threatens the global network.
Gee, I'm gonna assume that's the middle area.
I guess, yeah. He to quote Berlin says this hub features multiple floors, and outside you'll find canals where amphibious vehicles can maneuver. At the edge of the map, you'll find multiple skyscrapers, including a TV station, all of which you can enter.
Oh
You
my
can
god.
also use zip lines to go from rooftop to rooftop as you
Okay.
fight to gain control over multiple skyscrapers.
This sounds amazing.
Right? Anything you want to add for Kaleidoscope?
Well, I'm looking at the official Dice's website because we're on the map section.
Yeah.
It says the location is. I do apologize if I'm butchering this. Any native Koreans, Songdo, South Korea, in a state-of-the-art metropolis, South Korea. Zip lines between skyscrapers and fight along the plaza surrounding the city. Full red screenshot, which I'll try and download and put it on screen. Which it looks fucking amazing. Okay.
Then we have Manifest.
Oh wow, I was about to click that one too.
Yeah. So Manifest is that one that we saw like when the whole on the trailer.
Yeah, the
where
like tactical breach.
The whole tactical and they get slaughtered immediately. So you will like it says here you will have likely spotted a scene from whatever. It's just explaining what I just said.
Yeah.
According to Berlin, these containers will play a big part of the Singapore set map. So this one is set in Singapore.
Gotcha.
Forcing players into the kind of up close and personal combat that brings to mind Battlefield 3's close quarters expansion, which I fucking love that expansion.
Oh yeah.
Since the containers themselves act as funnels for the players. Quote, the fighting here can get really intense, particularly when you're playing with 128 players. There are massive automated cranes which will actually pick up and move the containers as you play.
That's definitely going to be a TDM match.
Yeah. We're already worried about the kind of tense cat and mouse encounters that these roaming containers might play host to but it sounds like shotgun fans will be more than comfortable navigating Manifest's industrial labyrinth, hip firing fingers at the ready. So yeah, that'll definitely be more TDM, maybe to the sense of No Shark Canals, but even more.
You know what? That makes so much sense.
It might be like No Shark Canals, but even more chaotic.
Yeah, so obviously all these maps are gonna have conquest in most modes, but I think like TDM is 100% going to be Norshell Canals for this map.
Yep. Manifest is No Shark Canals of 2042.
Exactly. Were you done explaining the map?
Yes.
Okay, so the official website, again, everything will be linked down in the description. It says Manifest, Branny Island, Singapore. Watch out for tropical tornadoes and navigate through maze-like cargo containers in this key trade location, vital to the American supply. And then again, full res screenshot, which a really close up of a helicopter.
Next up is Orbital.
We saw this in the leaked trailer.
Yep. So it says here to immediately address the question that's on everyone's mind. No, you cannot ride the rocket in Orbital and take the fight to space.
Good.
At least as far as we know.
I hope not.
Anyway, instead, this conflict in French Guinea, I hope I pronounced that right.
Guinea.
Guinea? Is that how you say it? I don't fucking know.
You wanna?
Simply takes place around the launch site of said rocket rather than its destination, but as part of Battlefield 2042's new and improved Levolution system, you can have a hand in determining whether the takeoff goes ahead without a hitch.
This island exists IRL, by the way.
What?
The island exists IRL.
Oh yeah. So I guess if we can decide whether the rocket takes off fine or it gets destroyed, like we saw in the leaked trailer.
So it's kind of like I hate to make this comparison.
It's up to us if we can make it.
Yeah, I hate to make this comparison, but it kind of like what you can do in Ascension, the zombies map. You can either let it go up or blow it up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to make that. connection.
So to quote Berlin, he says, "Orbital is a medium-sized map by our new
Kourou,
2042
French Guiana.
standards. It features a lot of action around the rocket launch sector and its surrounding structures. Here you'll find both the launch pad containing the rocket itself that you saw in the reveal trailer, and yes, the rocket can take off, and no, it doesn't always go as planned."
Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yes.
Was-
I'll bet your ass there's a lot of people that are just gonna like go up to the rocket and try and blow it up with C4.
Yeah, they're gonna D4 that shit.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, it's pronounced Guinea.
Guinea? Okay,
Like-
thank you. So
Guiana. Fuck.
yeah,
You
don't
guys
worry.
heard it. I use Google Translate.
Yeah, Guinea. So
Uh,
it takes place in French Guinea.
Okay, so yeah, Guinea. There we go. So again, the official website says Orbital, the map, Kourou, French Guinea. It's a race against time and hostile conditions, or as you fight around a site of an immediate rocket launch. Watch out for both enemy fire and upcoming storms on this dynamic map. And then the full red screenshot, which will be on screen, looks fucking dope. There's multiple rocket sites. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Next map.
Next map is Discarded. Also, can I just say, maybe it'll change. We have like 3 more maps to go through, but all of these maps seem very interesting.
They do.
Like all of them, I'm like, yo, I want to play that. Like it's very interesting locations and like settings. I don't know. They all seem like really interesting maps and places to kill each other. Anyways, Discarded. It is set in Along, India. Hey, we were talking about India earlier.
Yeah. Funny.
So Discarded is the water heavy map that has appeared in almost every battlefield. So this is like the fucking what's that map in Battlefield 4, the flooded one?
Flood zone?
Yeah, it's like something like that, right? It's focused on water.
The screenshot doesn't look like it.
Right? At least from what we saw, even on the trailer, it didn't seem like it.
Unless a tsunami fucking comes and hits it.
Oh shit.
I bet.
Oh yeah, 100%. So it says here, Battlefield 2042 hopes to make Discarded a fan favorite with what Berlin calls one of the game's many clusters, areas on the map where we focus objectives into a concentrated space. He says, in the middle of Discarded, you will find the Colossus, which is the giant ship. It's a massive ship hiding a stealth submarine within
What
its
the-
stomach, and it's a great area for close quarters combat. So we have no word yet on whether that submarine is drivable, but we can imagine a lot of blood being
Imagine.
spilled within its metallic corridors either way. Interesting. That one's interesting.
Oh,
Especially because we saw in the trailer that you can like rip pieces off the Colossus and kill people with it.
yeah.
You can go ahead and add
Okay,
anything
yeah.
else.
So the map's called the map, it's set in along India. It says along a strategic section of India's west coast, colossal ships stranded on a beach are being stripped for parts. Fight among the hulls
Oh.
of these behemoths while adapting to deadly storms. And then we got the high-res image, which has probably been on the screen longer than I think it has. And then yeah,
So,
that's all the
okay.
official website says.
So it's on the beach. That's why it's water heavy.
Yeah, I guarantee you a tsunami's gonna hit it.
Next up is Renewal. This one seems interesting.
What a screenshot! So
Well, I have a screenshot of like someone wingsuiting down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Okay. I know. It's a pretty cool screenshot. So Renewal is a map of 2 halves. Quote, the first thing you'll notice when entering is the massive wall that goes across the entire map. It is the intention is to actively split the play space into 2 very distinct areas. So it is set in the eastern desert of Egypt. Players will be fighting over groundbreaking agricultural tech that has turned half of Renewal's battlefield into futurist farmland, leaving the remaining half a dusty landscape of dilapidated buildings and towering canyons. While it's hard to predict how any of 2040 will establish itself at this point, we can imagine Renewal being fertile hunting grounds for the sharpshooter, with plenty of open terrain to catch out vulnerable players moving between points of interest. You can go
Okay.
ahead and add.
So, you already said the location stuff, which is good. So on their official website, it says a giant wall built to secure rich, man-made architectural areas takes center stage on this intense map. Prepare for the extreme conditions, deploy and secure the access points and massive gates in the wall. And then the screenshot.
It's very interesting map.
This is the map we saw in the leaked screenshots. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah. And then the one that really caught our eye is Hourglass.
Okay, never mind. This was the one that was in the leaked screenshot, the leaked pre-alpha.
I'm just loading.
What, Hourglass?
Yeah, Hourglass.
Okay.
Because I remember the stadium.
Not gonna lie.
Okay, so the Hourglass takes place in Doha, Qatar. And this is one of the larger maps where, according to Berlin, quote, rolling sand dunes allow for high-speed vehicle-to-vehicle combat across vast open spaces. Hourglass also plays host to another dynamic weather event, guaranteed to shake up combat across its mix of rural and urban sprawls. During matches, the can become overwhelmed by rolling sandstorms, greatly obscuring your sight lines, while also providing new opportunities for flanking enemy holding points. To quote Berlin, Hourglass features the neon city to the east, and its cluster of skyscrapers will light up as a massive sandstorm passes through the level. On the other end of the map, you'll find the stadium, which has been overrun by sand, and right at the center are these massive arches overlooking a huge highway intersection where a convoy has run to a stop, and the vehicles have been abandoned.
They're not really dirty.
Okay.
when I go in, so I don't
Okay.
have to feel like
All right.
or anything.
I swear, I still want the fucking Godzilla to show up and start
No.
beating shit up.
Okay, I want it as an Easter egg though.
See, there you go. As an Easter egg, that would be fucking sick.
That would like fucking from the Kong film. He just fucking appears at it like fully like rendered in detail, not like in the distance where it's like
Oh yeah.
you just see a shadow. No, I want him to just appear around a corner of a building.